and dynamic participants to this workshop on a very thought-provoking and relevant topic for today, that is ESG for SMEs. Since I am chairman of MSME Forum and he is chairman of HRD Forum, we have come together for this program so that you require both the inputs. We, on behalf of VI, also heartily welcome the eminent and learned speakers, that is Madam Devadatta Upadhyay, Managing Partner, Acclamatora. Please correct me if the pronunciation is wrong. Mr. Shailesh Amonkar is also partner in Acclamatora, and Mr. Shailesh Telan, who is head of Asia Pacific Energy Tech. Friends, 20 years back, SME was equal to 2 crore rupees capex. Then 10 years back, it was rupees 10 crores capex. In 2019, when Honorable Nitin Gadkari became MSME Minister, the limit increased by 5 times to 50 crores. And with effect from 1st April 2025, in a short span, it became rupees 125 crores. Today's program is on MSME, so I thought the latest definition I could share with you. And in the entire world, believe me, India is the only country where the limit of MSME are highest based on 2 criteria, that is 125 crore investment in plant and machinery and 500 crore turnover. Still, it is in medium category only, MSME only. Hence, the need for MSMEs to adapt to the world standards is a necessity nowadays. In 1960s, a word CSR, that is corporate social responsibility, came into light and was coined and conceptualized by Western countries. And even in India, it has become a law and has become a part of reporting by companies. And you might be aware that it is based on net worth of 500 crores and more, and turnover of 1,000 crores and more, and profit more than 5 crores, then your company has to contribute for CSR. Now, and the companies in that category, of course, I said that they showcase their giving back to the society, to the nation, by contributing certain money out of that profits earned by them. In ESG, the concept which was coined in 2004, that is ESG, have the S which is common in CSR, that is social, as a common word which is there in ESG also and CSR also. But ESG does not necessarily apply to corporates in which CSR is applicable, since there is no criteria in ESG for net worth, turnover, net profits, etc. Rather, it is the personal for every investor, and many vary from company to company, and the metrics that matters to one may or may not matter to the other. Barring this, it is CSR and ESG pair to compare. So ESG can be called as a modified version of CSR. With this opening remarks, I now request Maitreyi Patil to kindly come forward and introduce our speaker, Devadatta Upadhyay Madam.
Let me introduce Ms. Devadatta Upadhyay, Managing Partner of Acclamatora, a university topper in the field of literature and mass communication, and a certificate holder from IIM Calcutta and ISB in the field of leadership management and digital transformation. She has leadership positions in leading media companies like the Times of India, Yahoo, and Videopedia. Before moving on to an entrepreneurial Ogilvy Award in 2015. An avid traveler and foodie, her most cherished moments are the annual sojourns she has with her family to offbeat destinations. Thanks.
Thank you, Maitreyi. I now request President of VI, Mr. Prashant Modaji, to kindly welcome her. Yes,
Thank you so
Sorry.
much.
Thank you. Thank you, President, sir. I now request Maitreyi also to kindly introduce Mr. Shailesh Amonkar.
Shailesh Amonkar, Managing Partner of Acclamatora, Shailesh boasts a remarkable 30 years career as a marketing and sales powerhouse, driving revenue generation, managing profit centers, and building powerful brands through marketing across brands like the Times of India and Sakat. His diverse media background spans new media, advertising sales, product development, and the art of cultivating and monetizing engaged communities. A serial entrepreneur himself, he advises young startups with ambitious plans to go with their growth plans.
Thank you, Maitri. I request Vice President of BI, Mr. Ashish Doshi, to kindly welcome Mr. Shailesh Amund. Thank you, Ashish. And now request you to kindly introduce the third speaker, that is Mr. Shailesh Kare.
Shailesh is the head of APAC in Energy Tech. He leads the strategy and execution for advancing granular electricity accounting across Asia Pacific, integrating it into global carbon standards and building key industry partnerships. He has 15 years of experience in consultancy and the non-profit sector across renewable energy markets and GHG accounting. Previously, Shailesh worked at CDP focusing on the RE100 initiative, where he helped establish the best practices for renewable electricity sourcing. Shailesh holds a master's degree in environment management from the Forest Research Institute, Dehradun, India.
Thank you, Maitri, for introducing correctly. Take your seat. I now request Dr. Suresh Pandila to kindly welcome Mr. Shailesh Kare. Thank you, Dr. Suresh. I now request President of the VIA, Mr. Prashant Mota, for his welcome remarks.
Good morning, everyone. Nice to have you all on a good Friday morning talking about environment, social responsibilities, and definitely most important, how to manage all these issues with a controlled cost as well as take the benefit in terms of your growth. So firstly, I would like to welcome all of you to VIA and thank the RAM project and Climatora for partnering with VIA. Let me tell you all of you that today ESG is no more an optional thing. It is basically a market entry requirement. Now with the kind of environmental consciousness that exists, even with the discerning consumers today, as well as the requirements from the government, it is mandatory that all of us become aware and actually work on this ESG concept. Whosoever is involved in the export is well aware that there are global buyers who are going to talk about the carbon footprint from your organization, about the energy efficiency, about waste and water compliances, about the worker safety, IR, and other issues. So basically, whosoever will be involved in any kind of export will be required to comply with all these requirements. And other than that, we ourselves have to be aware about environment, what kind of carbon footprint we have and what value addition we are doing, and whether we are doing it with any kind of damage to the environment, because ultimately this, when we hand over the business to the incoming generation, we should make sure that the environment doesn't get damaged and they should be able to sustain that business for long. As Girish has already pointed out, that now that MSMEs are almost like up to 500 crore, and with the recent budget they have already announced that very good credit will be available to the MSME because of the various trades and various kind of financial instruments available for getting the payments on time, which is going to be of huge help. So now the MSMEs must focus on environment because that is going to provide the new growth. Though it looks complicated to begin with, but it becomes unavoidable when you are talking about the growth. And therefore, if you want to become preferred supplier of large companies or even for your own compliance check, I think ESG is mandatory. And today you have good finance available even for achieving ESG. Like I particularly had a great discussion with Crisil some time back, who are ready to rate companies much better based on that. Then there was SIDBI, which was ready to offer special loans for ESG kind of thing. I'm sure the team here is going to talk about it. But let me tell you, there are lots of opportunities when it comes to ESG, like solar adoption in our area, green manufacturing, like green steel is being promoted nowadays. and clean supply chain, how you make sure that more local material is used and less of wastage or recycling is carried out. So all this is VI is going to talk about in the workshop today. The idea of taking a workshop is not only to impart you the knowledge, but make sure that you actually implement this in your organization and actually achieve benefit out of this. I'm hoping that all of you will take down the key points here and make sure that it gets implemented in your organization. And I really wish the whole team great learning experience for all of us. Thank you.
Thank you, President, sir, for sharing your thoughts and views on ESG. Before I hand over the floor to Dr. Suresh, I would also like to add as a chartered accountant that chartered accountants called ESG as a 3P formula. So what is 3P formula? The first is planet, second is people, and third is profits. So CA or profit है तो CA रहेगा ही वहाँ पर. So there is a 3P formula: planet, people, and profit. That is ESG. Now, so ESG, so environment is equal to planet, then the S stand for social is equal to people, and profit is equal to G, that is the governance. ESG is not a label or a specific investment approach. ESG can increase the shareholders' value. Carbon emissions, use of renewable energy, then energy, water stress level, then afforestation, greenhouse, all this comes under E, that is environment. Then social, that is human capital and labor standards. And governance is a very, very important and wider concept where the business ethics are involved, board independence, risk management, internal controls, and building ethical and sustainable practices. All this is covered under the G, that is the governance part of it. A few years back, investors used to invest looking into the technology used by the company. But in future, the terms like, in addition to, of course, the who is that will also decide whether a person should invest in that company or not. And now the investors will look for these 3-4 terms and then only invest in the company. With these additional remarks, I once again welcome you all. Our registration number is 69, but I think people may join a bit late because their criteria was unless there are 50, they will not have the program. And we have fulfilled the criteria by registering. But Nagpur ke log thode aaram se aate hain, so we are hopeful that they will join soon. And with this, I now request Dr. Suresh Pandilwar to propose a formal vote of thanks for this inaugural session.
Good morning, everyone. Yeah. नई ज्ञानी न सदृश पवित्र में विद्यते. It means इस दुनिया में अगर कोई प्योर चीज है वो है ज्ञान. आज हम ज्ञान प्राप्त करने के लिए सब लोग उपस्थित हुए, उसके लिए मैं तहे दिल से धन्यवाद देता हूँ. Yeah, I would like to thank you, Ms. Devdatta, Mr. Shailesh, and Mr. Shailesh Telan for making it possible to have interaction with our students, with our industrialists. I would also like to thank you, Mr. Prashant Moda, who is our president, and Mr. Ashu Doshi, who is our vice president. Also, my colleague, Mr. Devdar, for joining this inaugural session. So after the inaugural session, we'll be having a tea break, and later on we will continue our session. Especially, I would like to thank you, Dr. J.P. Dash. He is a Principal Director, National Academy of Defence Production, Nagpur. As a student, today he is here. I request everyone to give him a big round of applause. Knowledge को भी खत्म करता हूँ, तो ये आज स्टूडेंट बन के I'm very happy. So thank you all this from my side, and we wish you all the best. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Suresh Pandilwar. I now request that this inaugural session is over and we have a 15 minutes tea break and we'll again resume after 15 minutes. Thanks, sir. Just those who have not registered, please contact ma'am here. And within 15 minutes, we'll again start. We'll have, you can have a cup of tea, you can go out and we can again meet here after 15 minutes.